Week 8 of the BCFC season calls for another trip to Nanaimo for the Okanangan Sun. Welcome to Sunspots here on Shot TV. Ryan Waters with head coach Gavin, running back, special teams captain Robert Girono. Coach, let's talk with you first. A second win of the season against the Kamloops Broncos last weekend, 42-18. Stress off now the shoulders, weight off the shoulders now you got your second win, you snap the 4-game losing streak?
No, I don't think like that at all. We're a losing team. We're 2-5. We have to get better. We took our 24 hours a win, and now we're refocused on the Raiders, and that's where we need to be. So today's a day one. We'll get to practice this evening. We'll get to our film. We'll get to our study, get to our inside run, our skelly periods, our team periods, and we'll work on getting better.
Turnovers. You got turnovers last game against the Broncos. 5 turnovers. Defense came out with 4 picks. Is that key going forward, turning the ball over in your advantage?
Well, you know what? That's the simplest stat in football. If you turn the ball over, you're going to lose a football game. So if we can come out in the positive merger on that end and get that positive going with our secondary, then that certainly helps our cause. And I think we did some attention to detail in practice that helped the secondary, and it showed. Attention to detail. Robert, this falls on your shoulders. You called a fake punt during that game against the Broncos, which kept the drive alive. Donkers got it, ran 37 yards for a first down. You made that call on the field. How do you make that call?
For the call in particular, when we lined up, they only had one tackle out there on the outside, and they were doing a late substitution. So, they trusted me to call the fakes whenever I feel like it. So within my cadence, there's a trigger word that I use, which applies to everybody who's on the punt team at the time. And from there on, that's how we run the fake. Successful. So
how are you fitting in? Because that's a big call. First of all, this is week 8. You're rookie with this team. First time you've been around this team. How are you fitting in? How's your comfort level with the guys?
Comfort level is pretty high. Like, all of us are pretty new, so meshing with all the other guys is pretty easy because everybody's new, so everybody's trying to get to know each other. So it's not too bad to fit in, So and I love the guys too, so. It's good. Coach,
another big matchup you alluded to, the Raiders. You have a trip to Nanaimo once again this weekend. 2 weeks ago, you played the Raiders. Conscious effort on the run game. Will that be, again, the game plan going into this weekend?
Well, first and foremost, you have to play great defense against the Raiders. Number 2, you can't turn the ball over. And we got out to a big hole against them that we just couldn't get out of. So they're a great program. Again, third time seeing them. There's not too many more secrets between the two programs. We respect each other a great deal. From us, our perspective, we have to start a lot stronger. Then that includes the turnover battle.
And run game essential, certainly establishing that right off the hop. And Robbie, you'll be part of that. You'll be in the backfield. What did you see last game? Alex Bradley had a great game. You had a good game running the football as well against the Raiders 2 weeks ago. What did you see?
Our O-line started off slow. It was just a mechanism problem, I guess, with certain people who to block. And once we figured it out, you seen Bradley he blew up. He's 30 yards here, 40 yards here, and I had my touchdown. He had his too. So our run game seems to be really strong right now. Our offensive line is just killing it. So seems pretty good.
Coach, an advantage or disadvantage for seeing a team once again just 2 weeks ago?
Well, I love playing the Raiders. I love playing up to my opponent. I love looking forward to seeing those guys on that sideline. Always look forward to a Sun-Raider battle. From my perspective, it just doesn't get any better. So, our guys aim up to that. They feed off the enthusiasm, the energy, and we're real excited to go back to Nanaimo.
Guys, we'll see you in Nanaimo on Saturday. Thanks for doing it.
Great. Thanks,
Thank you.
Gavin and Robert joining us for Week 8 of the BCFC season as they're preparing for the Vancouver Island Raiders. If you want more information on the game, check out okanangansun.ca. For Sunspots here on Shot TV, I'm Ryan Waters.